Right. 30 May 2025. And today is the last working day, the last Friday of the month of May. We are now officially going into the 6th month of the year, or we're going into halfway through the year. It's amazing. Time flies, and we're doing very, very well as a country. This has been one of the biggest years ever in our country of Zimbabwe. And today is a big news day. Fridays are very big with the news. So I'm going to take you through all the things that are trending across our country. And then we'll see what I can say about one or two things, my analysis on a few things that are taking place. So there is a lot that is taking place. And let's start with the key event for today. So Mnangagwa is going to be opening the Trabalalas Interchange today. So he's going to be commissioning the Trabalalas Interchange, which has been under construction for a very long time. So the Trabalalas Interchange is a big interchange in Harare, which is going to change the face of the country. Unfortunately, it has been built at a huge cost. So a lot of money was used to construct the Trabalalas Interchange. And today we're going to see Mnangagwa speaking. One of the key observations we're going to make is what is the military doing? When Mnangagwa comes out in public, is the military coming? Are we seeing soldiers around Mnangagwa as previously being done? Because there was that announcement that the military will no longer be moving around with Mnangagwa. So let's see what happens. And it's very, very interesting to watch. But let me start with what has happened with the Chiwenga. So General Chiwenga was in Tajikistan. My understanding is that he has left yesterday or has arrived in Zimbabwe today. So let's see what has happened over there. But yesterday he did tour one of the biggest dam projects, hydroelectric projects in Tajikistan. And this is a massive project. So if you look at the pictures that have been shared, they show a massive construction, and Chiwenga was in there. However, what is very interesting is that Chiwenga discovered a whole bunch of Zimbabweans here in Tajikistan. So imagine where we are on this map. And Chiwenga was shocked to find a bunch of Zimbabweans over here, which shows that there is no country in the whole world where there are no Zimbabweans, and Zimbabweans are playing a big part or a big role in projects. So our country is set for a big, big boom when things go better or things improve in Zimbabwe. And I like the way that Chiwenga is doing everything. He is very particular. And when he goes to such projects, imagine he goes the level of trying to find out who is here, how many Zimbabweans are here. That is amazing. So let's hear what Chiwenga said when he was in Tajikistan about this whole situation.
But in the case of our brothers here in Tajikistan, yes, they want the energy for their people, but they also supply energy to their neighboring countries. But more important on the project is the resilience that we have seen from the planning and the amount of work and the coordination of all the companies that are working here. They have selected the best. Out of the 18,000 people working here, only 1,400 are expatriates, including our Zimbabweans we have seen here who are engineers working on this project. But the rest are the people from this country.
Okay, so 18,000 employees, and among those, there are Zimbabweans, only 1,400 from outside the country. So it's amazing. Zimbabwe is doing very, very well outside the country. If you go into South Africa's banking sector, the banking sector of South Africa will collapse if you remove Zimbabweans. Most of the IT jobs in the engineering sector of South Africa are being run by Zimbabweans. The mining sector of South Africa, mostly Zimbabweans. You cannot even talk about the logistics sector. So that is all Zimbabweans over there. And it's amazing. Our country doing very, very well. But the problem is one, Mnangagwa, he is the problem. As soon as Mnangagwa is gone, you're going to see a massive improvement in our country. Our country is going to do very, very well. Now, let's quickly look at other news that are taking or trending. I want to quickly go into the Newsday newspaper. So the Newsday newspaper is leading with the story of a man called Larry Benjamin Norton. So Larry Benjamin Norton is an environmentalist. So let's get this banner out. Larry Benjamin Norton is an environmentalist based in Victoria Falls, and he has been fighting the commercialization of the Victoria Falls. Particularly, there is a restaurant called Baines Restaurant, which is right next to the Victoria Falls. And he has been fighting this, saying that this is not allowed in a national heritage site. So what he has done is he has taken this Baines Restaurant to court. And this month, Baines Restaurant has also taken Larry Benjamin Norton to court, and they want him to pay them $2 million for defamation. So Larry Benjamin Norton has responded to the papers and is going to be contesting the lawsuit for defamation. And he says that this Baines Restaurant is not allowed to build inside of the rainforest. And I personally do agree with him. I've never seen this happening where you build right next to a national heritage site like the Victoria Falls. So I think this is the problem. Zimpax probably made a mistake here. I don't think this is allowed to build at this point. But I also don't know what they've put in place in terms of protecting the environment around here. But what I know that is that you cannot build here so close to the Victoria Falls, because environmentally there is a lot that can happen there if you build like that. So let's see what happens in court. But these guys are contesting each other in court, and Larry Benjamin Norton has been going at this since 2022. So that is amazing, and I wish him luck going up against these big companies that are obviously got a lot of money, and I don't think he's got enough money to fight a company of that nature. Then let's quickly go through business. In business, NAMPAC has released their results. So that's NAMPAC over there. And NAMPAC has had a revenue of 38 million US dollars and a net profit of 2.8 million US dollars. So doing very well. NAMPAC, one of the biggest companies in Zimbabwe, and also I'm sure they've got branches in South Africa. So that is amazing. Go check out these results inside of the Newsday newspaper. And then I want to quickly go through South Africa. Now let's go to South Africa. I want us to start with what has happened at the Reserve Bank of South Africa. So yesterday, the Reserve Bank of South Africa, so that is the Reserve Bank, South Africa Reserve Bank Governor there, Lesetja Hanyaho, he has cut the repo rate by 25 basis points. This is because the South African economy is being hammered. So the South African economy is going through one of the most difficult times ever. Buying power is so low, unemployment is high, people are losing jobs, companies are closing, and the country, South Africa's infrastructure is deteriorating like never before. South Africa at the moment reminds me of Zimbabwe about 20 to 30 years ago. This country is in the wrong path in terms of the economy, and if they don't do something quickly, it's going to be a disaster. Particularly, South Africa is failing to create new entrepreneurs. That is the problem. Access to capital is impossible. You cannot get capital in South Africa, especially for new businesses. The big banks are charging crazy rates. So currently the repo rate is 7.5%. But on average, any loan, credit card, people are currently paying over 20%. That is, if you've got a credit card in South Africa, most banks will charge you 20%, 30% even. There are people paying 40% on their interest because of the what we call unsecured debt. So banks create other companies that are also in the financial services. And when you borrow from a bank and they can't give you a loan, they'll push you to their related party who's going to charge you a higher and higher interest rate, or what we call an unsecured interest rate. And it's crazy. This country going through the most difficult time. And when you walk around South Africa, when you go into a mall, observe how many people are around you. When you go into a game or a macro or one of those big companies that we used to know in the past, observe their stock levels and their quality of goods. You'll be surprised that most of them are now stocking Chinese goods where they used to get supply from many different areas, and the quality of their products getting lower and lower. When you walk into these big companies like Checkers and ShopRite, there are less and less people. So this is what has motivated this cut. And inflation is very low. We're in fact going into recession. That is what is happening in South Africa. And obviously, these things tend to move slowly. You're going to see it very soon. So South Africa going through the most difficult time, 43% unemployment, and a very, very tight situation for this country. And then let's quickly look at MTN. And I want to show you here the MTN South Africa CEO. So South Africa has got different companies. So that is MTN Holdings and MTN South Africa and MTN Zambia and so forth. So the CEO of MTN South Africa, Charles Molapisi, has given an interview today. I'm sure it's in the Business Day, where he says Starlink is not a threat to MTN. So he doesn't see Starlink as a threat or a direct threat. However, he sees it as a complementary technology, which is best suited for rural areas and farms. So he says the reason why low Earth orbit like Starlink are not a challenge is because if you put them in a place like a metro, let's say in Johannesburg, in Cape Town, or in Pretoria, there is no way that they can have capacity to satisfy everyone. So there is no way that, for example, you can have 1 million people connected to Starlink at the same time. So he sees this as a complementary technology which will work only in areas where there's currently no value for a company like MTN to put the network or for fiber to be put in place. So he says the advantage of MTN is that they currently have 45% national coverage with 5G. And as you know, they've got promotions. So currently on MTN, what I use is a 100 gig bundle. That costs, how much is it? I think like 400 Rand. So because I'm a heavy user, I normally use that bundle everywhere I go. And that is a very low amount. I think it's crazy that you can now get 100 gigs for 400 Rand. That is like 4 Rand per gig. And if you turn that into dollars, it becomes crazy. It becomes like a few cents for a gig of data on my cell phone. And that is very fast at 5G. So I agree with MTN CEO Charles Molapisi that Starlink is not going to be a threat. People are making a big deal out of it, but it's actually not a big thing in terms of what it can do. Now, let's quickly go to other newspapers. Let me see what else we've got here. We're going to start with the B Metro. So B Metro is crazy. B Metro is my favorite newspaper on a Friday. Always coming up with crazy stories. But today, they've got a story of popular Zimbabwean footballer Kudakwashe Mahachi. So Kudakwashe Mahachi and his ex-wife, Marita Ndlovu, are facing off in court because of maintenance. So Marita Ndlovu is demanding maintenance for 2 children with Kudakwashe Mahachi, who is a footballer, popular footballer, former SuperSport United soccer player. And the judges ordered that the two should go for a DNA test to see if the child or the children in question belong to Kuda Mahachi. So that is going to happen very soon. Within the next week or two, we're going to find out if the children that Marita Ndlovu has got belong to Kuda Mahachi. As you know, Kuda Mahachi is married to another woman now. And these two have been fighting like a cat and a dog. So it's been cat and dog between Marita Ndlovu and Kuda Mahachi. It's amazing how these two fought. It's terrible. And the fight got dirty a few years ago, and I was dragged into it. I don't like what happened that time when they dragged me into the fight. But it happened, and that is what happened. Now let's go to other newspapers. I want to go into, in fact, before I go into other newspapers, I want to show you a feature. So B Metro has featured a young lady. This young lady is amazing. Let me show you. She is called, what is her name? She is called what? M. Mongile. So go check out M. Mongile. She is featured by B Metro. She is amazing. I've never seen such beautiful pictures in my whole life. So I was checking out. Look at her. M. Mongile is from Country Park in Bulawayo. I never thought there were such girls from Country Park. This is amazing. Like, look at her. I think, guys, when you've got a moment, go to your Instagram and check out M. Mongile. She is amazing. She's beautiful. Who is taking her pictures? It's called DMD Images. That's amazing. Good job. And I like it. I like her videos. Bulawayo is producing some of the most beautiful ladies ever. If you don't know where to find a girl, just drive yourself to Bulawayo and you'll find yourself an amazing young woman. That's amazing. This is probably one of the best Instagram accounts in Zimbabwe. I like M. Mongile. And I think she was in Miss Universe or something. Go check her out. She is amazing. She is stunning. And she is looking for a sponsor. She says she is looking for a sponsor or what you call, not a blazer. A sponsor, guys, is not a blazer. So she's looking for someone to work with as a brand ambassador. Check it out. You guys from Harare, Musatambe, the opportunity. Right, I think I like it. I'm going to show you another model very soon after we get to H Metro newspaper. So let's go to H Metro newspaper. H Metro newspaper, amazing newspaper. So let's see what H Metro newspaper is saying today. H Metro newspaper has got a leading story that shows how bizarre people at Dynamos are. So Dynamos is one of the biggest soccer teams in Zimbabwe, and they have spent over 126,000 US dollars on Sangomas. Guys, if you want to see bizarre behavior, go and check out the H Metro newspaper of today. This is crazy. Dimbara has splashed 126,000 on Sangomas without paying two Ghanaian players their dues. They're going to get sued, and it's going to be very bad for them. It will be a mess. And then, obviously, one of the biggest stories today is Reuben Barwe. You know what I've been saying here every single day about Reuben Barwe. I told you Mnangagwa is moving around with someone who has got torn clothes, who is showing signs of poverty, and who has been suffering for a very long time. So that is Reuben Barwe. And yesterday, they eventually did the right thing and gave Reuben Barwe a nice new vehicle. I like it. This is probably one of the people that deserves a vehicle. This man and everyone who works at ZBC are going through a lot. When Chiwenga comes into office, there will be a need to change everything that is happening right now in our country. Salaries are very low. In fact, if it was a normal country, Reuben Barwe's salary would be no less than 10,000 a month. A person like Reuben Barwe, who moves around the president everywhere he goes, will earn no less than 10,000 a month. That is $120,000 is nothing. In fact, if you apply 10 by 12, it's 120,000. It's nothing. Reuben Barwe should be earning a lot of money, but unfortunately, It's not happening because of the situation. And did you know that Reuben Barwe is now married again? That is shocking. I was shocked to see Reuben Barwe. Now he has a new wife. She looks very nice. And good job for keeping this man. However, there is someone that hasn't got a car. So Wicknell must give Tete Tilda. If I wanted Tete Tilda motor, Amana, Tete Tilda has done a good job. How long has Tete Tilda been on the market giving news? Just go there and look for everyone who's been doing so much good work for so long and give them a car. Wicknell, Unemari, Yakawanda, Yekuba, give them their cars, give Tete Tilda. At least you may have done something better. Give it. I think he gave Machisamba, if I'm not mistaken. So what is left is to give Tete Tilda, give her a car. But I like the way the wife of Reuben Barwe is looking. He has given them also $100,000. And that is amazing. However, let me go to young people. Do not wait to be given a car by Reuben Barwe. Do not feel that you're losing out if you're not given a car by Wicknell. So let me retake that. Do not feel that you're being left out if you're not given a car by Wicknell. It's not Wicknell's job to give you a car. In fact, in a normal economy, a car is not important. I drive a battered 1988 Toyota Etios. Guys, my car is from 1988. It's a little Toyota Etios. All I do is fix it and I drive it. I don't drive a fancy car. A car is nothing. The guys who know me, I don't care about cars because it's just taking me from one place to another. So, although cars are nice, the problem is our country. Our country is a mess. And Mnangagwa, Arku Nenzara, Mnangagwa, Anoda, Chema Tsenganzungu. That is what he needs. Kuti Abe Mudara Uyu, Aka Broker. So Mnangagwa, Aka Broker. And have you seen how Mnangagwa has came out with the ghosts? So ghosts are posting, come back with this, come back with that, come back with this, come back with that. If you see someone whose face you have never seen, whose person you've never seen, that you have never met, talking about Gambakwe, that person is working for Mnangagwa. It doesn't matter who it is. If you see someone talking about Gambakwe and you have never met them, and you have never seen their face, it's Mnangagwa's person. Mnangagwa doesn't like Gambakwe. I'm giving him serious headaches on a daily basis. Then let's go to, this is bad, guys. What has happened is terrible. I'm looking at President Hakainde Hichilema's Facebook. This is bad. I don't like it. Let me take you to President Hakainde Hichilema's Facebook. And this is bad. This is terrible. I don't like it. I don't know if most of you have seen this. So President Hakainde Hichilema is congratulating Dr. Sidi Oulta on your election as president of African Development Bank. You know that our candidate was Maimbo. So I don't know what has happened here, but there is a new president of the African Development Bank and our guy has lost. That is terrible. Congratulations to him, but Mr. President, we're asking for help to reduce high tax, which is on our neck every month. Lean sums. Come on, man. The man is congratulating the new FDB president. This is terrible. I wish Maimbo had won this, but it's terrible. It has happened. This is what is there. Now, let's quickly look at President Duma Boko. Did he say anything? Let's see if Mini said anything. Mini is talking about beauty with a purpose. Miss Uganda, the Nyonyozi initiative, raising autism awareness and fighting for social inclusiveness. I've never seen Nyonyozi, Miss Uganda, Nyonyozi. I'll go check it out. I don't know about Nyonyozi. I do not know anything about her. That is something else for another day. So I'll go check out Nyonyozi. If you have an opportunity, do so. And also, did you know that Mini has gone to Tajikistan? I've seen her on some pictures. So I'm waiting for you to post some very beautiful pictures of yourself at Tajikistan. She's amazing. There is no first lady like Minnie Baloyi. She's amazing. Go and subscribe. She's 103 followers. So, in fact, Minnie is the most followed woman in Zimbabwe who is not a socialite. Can you believe it? That is amazing. She's amazing, and we love her. So she's amazing. Now let's go to other things here. Besides loving other people's wives, that is Mnoroha Mukatara kuti we love it. So let's go to let me see which other newspapers I haven't looked at. Okay, they are featuring a young, beautiful woman here. Zimbabwe has got some of the most beautiful contestants. So let me take you through this young lady here. I do not know who's running these pageants. So today is a Friday. I'm going into this thing. There is a young lady who is featured in the H Metro newspaper. And look at her. She's amazing. And her name is Tafadzwa Kuvea. So she is in what is called Miss Glamour Zimbabwe. Look at her. She's amazing. And whoever is dressing her is doing a good job. So let's look at her Instagram, Tafadzwa Kuvea. Let's see if someone is doing good photos for Tafadzwa Kuvea. So I'm going to check it out here. Tafadzwa Kuvea. Let's see if she's there. Okay, there are two. So I don't know which one to go to, but there are two Tafadzwa Kuvea. There's one which looks a bit old and the one that looks a bit new. So I don't think she's got any professional. So I don't want to go into Tafadzwa Kuvea, who is not a celebrity, and then she's going to call me here and say, Gabakwe, Waka broker. So let's see if she is having a proper profile. If she doesn't have, then we must ask her to follow the example of Mongile. So I can see that she doesn't have a profile. That's crazy. I can't believe that a Miss something doesn't have a professional. So maybe I'm wrong here. Tafadzwa Kuvea doesn't have a professional Instagram. Can you believe it? She doesn't have it. It's crazy. And I've got no choice but to pass. So when you see Tafadzwa Kuvea, tell her Gabako is badly disappointed that you don't have a professional. Like you saw what happened with Mongile. She had a nice professional profile. This one, she doesn't have it. Said, let's say we'll find someone to sort it out and make a star on Gambakwe. Okay, now let's end up with Herald Zimbabwe. As I said, Friday is a big news day. It's you can almost spend the whole day looking at news. And as I said, today Mnangagwa is going to be commissioning the Mbudzi Interchange. So that's the lead story in the Herald newspaper. Go check it out. Mnangagwa Arku Nenzara. So check it out over here. Mbudzi Interchange, the wait is over. So the 88 million Mbudzi Interchange is at the intersection of Simon Mazorodze Chitungwiza and Highland Roads in Harare. So they're going to be opening that today. And then who is this man? National Foods Instant Energy Drink NutriCheck by the Serious Business Unit Manager Williams Kapupi. So William Kapupi met Mnangagwa yesterday. You can go check this out. Yesterday, it's all over the place. What else do we have? Mike Samba is now sponsoring Mama Money or a brand ambassador for Mama Money. She's our mama. We like it. And what else? Simba, notice to show holders approval of financial statements report. So there's an annual general meeting for Simba here. Go check it out. Noik has got tenders. So go and check it out in the Herald. And then woman up for attempted murder. A Glenville woman accused of attempting to kill her husband by serving him with poisoned food and scalding him with cooking oil appeared in court yesterday. Abigail Risape, who is facing charges of attempted murder, went and appeared in court. Go check it out. Muroi. And what else do we have here? Who is this guy here? That is Charles Manyuchi. Remember Charles Manyuchi, Akabura Ombe Kumashingo. What are they saying about Charles Manyuchi? What did he do? Manucci ready for high stakes heavyweight clash. So Manucci akafamba nemukadzi wemunhu for over 2 years. You can go and check out that story in all things that I did. And then small flower growers and so forth, go to business. There is a lot here. And then Nut Farm has got a bunch of tenders. If you're in business, go check out these tenders. They are big and they're everywhere. Check out how many pages of tenders from Nut Farm. And this is in the Herald newspaper of today. Let's look at Manica Post of today. Friday, Manica Post posts. So they haven't published Manica Post. Let me see. Let me give you a chance. Yaka Broker. Manica Post Yaka Broker. National Media Policy. Bateman. Chronicle Zimbabwe. Apana Zokadaro kuti by 6 o'clock your newspaper is not out. You need to get fired. The manager of Manica Post. I am up at 3 a.m. I sleep at 11 p.m. Where Ndikupemu there. And then President Mnangagwa to commission Trabalalas Interchange. What a disaster. Look at that mess. Look at that mess on the left there. Trabalalas Interchange is a total mess. All these roads you're seeing, the one that is coming from to the left here, to the right, that goes to Chitungwiza. And the one that goes to Harare is at the top. And basically the one that is on the left here, that goes to Glenview. And then the one that goes here at the bottom, it comes from Glenview, Kumasimbi, going over to Harare. This is a total mess. I do not know who made this thing. You are going to see a disaster here, especially with this soil. I don't know if a good job was done here. And Kudata Guri responsible for this mess. Total mess. Kudapa Taguri, Pasina Chigananda. Chigananda. Let's now look at other pictures here. The mamas, I don't know what they're doing. And that is our newspaper, the Chronicle of Zimbabwe. What else is here? Zimbabwe, South Africa, rekindle test rivalry. And then Highlanders and Harare Dynamos playing this week. So I think that is mostly what we have here. Let's look at South African newspapers. So Weten, there is a big story in South Africa today where a young woman was killed on a blind date. So check out this story. The murder of a Rato during a date. Outing sparks debate on search for answers on violence against women. So she went on a date with a man, and that man killed her. Said, and this is something that you can check out. Most of these stories I've covered earlier today. So that is the Sowetan newspaper of today. Let's see what is in the Star newspaper. The Star newspaper. So the Star newspaper is leading with what story? Jocelyn Smith conviction. This has been a long-running case. Jocelyn Smith case trial want to appeal their life sentences. They were sentenced yesterday, but they want to appeal. And they also want to get bail, I think. And then who is this beautiful couple? Rumors ignite as Izingane's Zestembu. Tirero Kale flaunts a stunning new ring. So it's mostly entertainment over here. And what else? Mixed reaction to Reserve Bank's 25 basis point repo rate cuts. And who is this beautiful young lady here? Let's see. Delta funds report 10% increase in net operating amid turnaround strategy. And this is the CEO, Bongi Masinga. She's amazing. I like it. So I think we covered everything. So you can go and check out. Now, this is the banks. When you look at this, it's debt, people being blacklisted. That is this section every Friday. The South African economy is being hammered. People are losing their jobs. And everything is Trabalalas. Shaka broker, Mnangagwa aka broker, anoda chema tsenga nzungu. That is what we need from Mnangagwa. So when you see Mnangagwa at Trabalalas, mupe chema tsenga nzungu for me. Right. Now let's go to our sponsors. Today is a Friday. And I want you guys to understand what we're doing in Harare. So our shop is shop.gambakwe.com. Our product is in Mve. So that is in Mve. But we are also moving into new other products. And this week I'm featuring Aka. Kano Kwadza. Kano Kwadza. Munhu anokwara. Aka. So right now, if you go to office, you are going to find this product. So let me go to our shop. I want to show you the guys in Harare. And what we're doing is we also have a hotel package. If you're in a hotel and you just call my guys, they'll come over and deliver to you. So let me show you a product. What you do, you go onto our page, shop.gambako.com, and then you look under men. So if you go to our shop, right, shop.gambako.com, then at the top, you're going to see Pakanzi men. You click on men, and all our products are going to populate. So let's quickly wait for them to populate. And you will see with the number 3, Akaka product tag. That product is number 3. It's only $25, right? So next to it is the coffee, but everything here, you will never get it in Zimbabwe. These are natural products that are coming to Zimbabwe, and they're available in Harare only. So you can go and check out these products, including our teas. Everything is over here, and there is nothing that won't work for you. If you've got one that you don't like, you get another one. If you don't have enough money, there are cheaper ones. So go check out our shop, and then my guys will deliver to you. And the number that you WhatsApp, let me show you the number if you're in Harare. So that is +263 775 900 577. So any time of the day, you WhatsApp that number, and our guys will deliver to you. However, there's a delivery fee of $10. So let's say it's 12 midnight, and you want someone to deliver to a hotel, our guys will deliver to you, and but remember, Move is the foundation of everything. You must take your Mve every day, 1 tablespoon in the morning and 1 tablespoon in the evening. It treats a lot of stuff, and you'll be as strong as an ox. But to my products, Takapenga, like you will never find them. Even if you're in South Africa, you won't find these products. Like this product, Chakapenga Chinichi, Chakasimba. And then if you look, we only have 2 left in stock. If you look at this product, we've got 30 stock, and it's one of the biggest, best products here. So in fact, yesterday 7 we bought, so we got left with 23. So go over there to our shop in Harare, and you get it, and you'll be as strong as an ox. And everything that I sell in my shop is natural, it's been checked, and we don't use any chemicals. So that's amazing. And especially if you're in a hotel, make sure that you get it. Right, I think we've covered everything. I now want to recap. We said General Chiwenga has found a bunch of Zimbabweans in Tajikistan who are engineers, and Zimbabwe is going to benefit a great deal from these Zimbabwean engineers who are working on massive projects in Tajikistan, one of the biggest dam projects in Tajikistan. General Chiwenga has found it and is doing very, very well. I'm going to bring General Wende here. General Wende has got a theory about what is happening, why Chiwenga is in Tajikistan, and why he's inviting Mnangagwa. Let's see if you can invite General Wende. I know General Wende is watching me from right next to General Chiwenga. So let's invite him. Let's see what he. Yesterday I was with General Stole. General Stole is my bodyguard now. Ndakaposa ndabatwa neSugananda neZuro. Saka General Wende was there. So General Stole was there to make sure that they didn't do anything. So let me tell you what happened. So when we go to court, we normally go at the very last moment. So we arrive at the very last moment, we go into court. On our way out, we are confronted by a whole bunch of people who are trying to beat up a car or to destroy the car of a Interpol police. I stop and I tell them, if you touch that car, Nyoka will not get bail. And that incensed quite a lot of people. They don't like it. They want to destroy people's cars, but it's not allowed. You cannot touch anyone's car in South Africa. Unosungwa, and that is what we don't want. We don't want it. So General Rwanda, I don't think he's awake, or I think he's awake or something of that nature. He hasn't responded, but will talk to me in the evening. He says he knows why Chiwenga is in Tajikistan, but I don't think it's correct. We'll hear from him in the evening. General Rwanda says this is one of the most important trips ever. And tonight, I'll try to get hold of him so that he can explain to us. Let's quickly look at the comments. So I want to quickly look at the comments, starting at the bottom. Chiwenga didn't invite Mnangagwa, but he was reading what the princess said. It seems like you don't have the capacity to listen carefully. Mukoma Peter, I don't know, but I take your statement. Gambakwe, how come you commended Chiwenga for giving Barwe a car, yet you say it's stolen money? This supporting corruption, not fighting it. I agree. I tend to feel sorry for Reuben. Guys, when he moves around, do you see his shirt? Do you see the way he looks? And he's working with the president. It's not right. But I think they've sorted him out now. Now it's Tete Tilda. Tete Tilda, I want the ride when you get that car. Once Chiwenga is incompetent, you lie. Chiwenga is the most competent person ever. Chibabache sauce, yes. If you don't listen to Gambakwe, you will not know anything. The rest of the channel are talking about Gambakwe. Sarwaka is an opportunist. Don't dare tell him anymore. I don't like him anymore. Sarwaka is fine. He's doing his part. But he's young. So Sarwaka and the Traore, they are young. So they need to be given direction. So Bafana Vadiki Diki, Vakatanga, Manje. So let's give them support. Without Sarwaka, without Mzingwa, Nyoka Bunu would not have continued. So let's give them support. I talk to these people every day. I sit down with them. I have arguments with them. Like yesterday at court, I have massive arguments with those guys inside the court. And I tell them, itaiso. And then they do it or they don't, but eventually we get right. So there's nothing that you see that we don't discuss in person. So myself and the admins, yesterday, we sat down and then we sat down the lawyers. My job is to make sure that everything is glued together. And apana asina mkuru wake, apana asina mkuru wake, Traore wazinzwa, apana asina mkuru wake, munwese, apana asina discipline. Kana chino chikashaya discipline, apana chobuda. So we want discipline, and that discipline is going to help Nyoka, it's going to help Chiwenga, it's going to help Wanuvese to change into a new country. Atidi wanozina discipline. Mukafamba mzina discipline, apana chobuda. Mukasungwa, apana chobuda. So we don't want you to be arrested. That is why we're guiding you. And then you think you will come to office, Chiwenga, only that is a Gambakwe 8 as if you are God, you know what is going on to happen in the future. I'm not God, but I see around the corners and I take a point. Unfortunately, imagine the Gawaya I guess, maybe. Do you think that will make a channel? Do you think 100,000 people will come and watch me? Where is Geza? Deny panel downstairs. Pambapangu, deny. Right now, at my hotel, deny Geza. Where mumuone? Kana muchida, where mumbate? Pano. Good morning, Gogo. Tandi, I love it. I've been watching you for a very long time. And morning, Gambakwe. Morning to everybody. Morning for your support. Thank you very much. Please support our shop. If you're in the UK, you know that we need funds. Please buy our products today. If you're in the UK, buy Mve, WhatsApp me and buy a packet. Support us. We know Kuti, most of you don't want to donate. WhatsApp me there and buy, so that we can also be able to move around. I spend a lot of money traveling for Nyoka, up and down. And we need your support. Guys, what we're doing is national. Let's not personalize it. So I want to take a point, Yagata na Traore. Let's not personalize what's happening right now. We have a long journey. We are just about to come to an end. We're just about to have one of the best governments in the world. Zimbabwe is going to do very well Mnangagwa is going to go. Mnangagwa is the problem in our country. We need to get rid of Mdara Uyu. If we get Mnangagwa out, civil servants are going to be earning minimum $1,500. It is clear that Mnangagwa is the problem. There is no doubt in my mind. We will never sell out to Mnangagwa, no matter what happens. Do you know how much money Mnangagwa has offered me to sell out? Do you know how many people have sold out to Mnangagwa? Don't do it. Mnangagwa, Nenzara. Don't take 30 pieces of silver from Mnangagwa. You cry yourself to sleep when our country changes. When our country does well, if you sell out to Mnangagwa, you are going to feel so bad. You are going to oppose change. Look at what is happening to Chatufa. Kutengesa kudaro, muna embo supporter opposition. Akatengesa, and you don't even know him. Arukutengesa every day. Kutaura Mnangagwa. Sad, very sad. Look at Simbachi Kanza. After he was given a few pieces of silver by Auxilia Mnangagwa, akurotomoka every day. Arungorotomoka achenda. Kowambodi kuti Mnangagwa arikuuraya vanhu nenzara. Ukaona munhu asingakwanisi kutaura kuti Mnangagwa akabroka, Auxilia akabroka, Kuda akabroka, Sean akabroka, Emerson Jr. akabroka, akatengesa munhu yeye. Hauzvitauri. When Mnangagwa pays you, he's going to gag you, he's going to make you talk garbage. Kachano kako kanodona, kanotaura garbage. Look at me and Tafi the man. Van wakatanga shinich. Tafi is doing very well. Go check out his video on the coup. Your shop is loaded. Yes, thank you very much. Our shop is full of stuff. And even the hotels, usatongwe nema salad. Imagine ka baby kako roa mariago. Opo apena ukalira uko kudondo said pane vanhu because vari kutambura nazo tinazo zvese muHarare, but remember it's delivery. So pena, so ukapiwa pena, make sure kuti unokapedzera kana uchimwa mve kanofa. Right, I think kuti ndakunyanya nakidzwa panapa. I need to go. It's 47 minutes since I started. I'm talking longer than Makandiwa. I know Makandiwa watches me. Makandiwa, one of my favorite pastors. I love him. Person with the biggest house in Harare. And guys, as I said, we are building a beautiful country. Mnangagwa can't stop us. Let's see what happens in Trabalalas today. I'll be watching very closely. And I'll see you guys. I'll give you updates from the court at 2 p.m. Don't come to the court. I said it. Don't come to the court. It's a short process where our lawyer is going to hand over the heads of argument. Their lawyer is going to respond, and the judge is going to go away. If you do come, don't cause violence. Don't beat anybody up. Don't walk and disrupt anything. You go and sing at that corner where you were singing, where when I entered, sit there and sing there. But that is not the purpose. Right. Mnangagwa argura vanhu nenzara. Right, I'd like to thank all of you for watching. I've got great love for you guys. And I'll see you again within a short while as we cover other stories. I've got so much to cover. Mkoma wangu anditumira the Zimbabwe media policy. And I think, let me see kuti mavetera apindura here. Katenda mavetera, kana ndichimunyorera message, akutofunga zvokunyengwa. Handisi kuda kunyenga. Ndiri kuda media policy. But hapinduri. 8th floor, ICTC ministry. Hapana chobuda. So, pakanaka, pakadaro, zvakanaka, zvakadaro. Tinotenda. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. And I'm so excited about the new Zimbabwe that is coming. And a good day to you all.
Push on the beat. Kamba kwe media kaone zvakaitike Bulawayo mayutaka kumbuka anzi koma ndiyo anzi anopikisa wese tombate kwiyo yaiva herere vachirita muchiro tiri kutaura neanhu pfungibwe zvakawanda kumisa zvigananda zviri kumedza gold ifanika anakonda taona pazobuda nauna tironi komanda kuti takajamuka 2030 takabuka vachiratidza utsinye kunge amai azuka pesa nekusaida chiti anoridza luka asi matira maboisi zvinhu zvaitika ingoti takajamuka 2030 takabuka vachiratidza utsinye kunge amai azuka pesa nekusaida chiti anoridza luka asi matira maboisi zvinhu zvaitika takaona vemba-south pamukuwini mandela vachiimba kasongo hanzi uyasidelela Bulawayo ichipwanya zvinhu hanzi siyangena vanhu vachinja uno kuita kunge John Cena mayuti mumaroti vari kukanda matombo vasingoti siyangena vari kuchisa segehena mayuti akagumbuka apa ziso rakatsvuka hanzi anotimisa tomubvisa mabhurukwa ngoti takajamuka 2030 takabuka vachiratidza utsinye kunge amai azuka pesa nekusaida chiti anoridza luka asi matira maboisi zvinhu zvaitika ingoti takajamuka 2030 takabuka vachiratidza utsinye kunge amai azuka geza nekusaida chiti anoridza luka asi matira maboisi zvinhu zvaitika makaune here zvakaitike Bulawayo mayuti akagumbuka hanzi koma ndiyo hanzi anopikisa wese tomubate kwiyo yaiva herere vachiridza muchiro iri kutaura neanhu pfungepo izvi zvakawanda vamwe vanoti geza da kumisa zvigananda zviri kumedza gold ifanika anakonda taona pazobuda nana tironi komanda nenyaya dziri kupisa pasocial media uchida zvakawanda pinda gamba kwemidiya vanovhura dzese dzakaipa dzakadziya waise aya matso ingoti takajamuka 2030 takabuka vachiratidza utsinye kunge amai azuka pesa nekusaida chiti anoridza luka asi matira maboisi zvinhu zvaitika ingoti takajamuka 2030 takabuka vachiratidza utsinye kunge amai azuka pesa nekusaida chiti anoridza luka asi matira maboisi zvinhu zvaitika kaune here zvakaitike Bulawayo mayuti akagumbuka hanzi koma ndiyo hanzi anopikisa wese tomubate kwiyo yaiva herere vachiridza muchiro iri kutaura neanhu pfungepo izvi zvakawanda vamwe vanoti geza da kumisa zvigananda